it. We got Mikey D running for East One, Steve Dennison. You running the whole counter, Mike?
You what?
Are you running the whole thing?
Pretty much.
Nice.
How you doing? What do you think?
I love it.
Come on,
I'm
Sean.
so happy to see you, brother.
You too, man.
That's Mikey. Mikey's a Gulf Gulf boxer. He runs a spotting group at the USPA, and now it looks like Steve's promoted him. Where the hell are they? I can't believe you're competing natural. Do some damn drugs, woman. I don't need to. There we go, man. Steve and Angela. She's lifting today. We're lifting tomorrow.
Are we on the tubes?
All right, it's the day after. I have no voice, man. It was kind of loud in there, and I've been yelling and screaming. You know, what are you going to do? So, the meet went pretty well. Finished with a 608-pound squat, a 380 bench, and somewhere around a 680-pound deadlift. Did all right. My buddy Steve, who he's competing classic raw, and he's in a heavier weight class than me. He's only been training for 6 months, and he had a 400-pound bench. He finished with a 600-pound even squat. And I forgot what his deadlift was. I'll have to ask him. We managed to get most of the videos. I actually have more video than I wasn't able to really compile the footage for, because for whatever reason, when I'm trying to use Power Director to compile the video, it just won't process a couple of them. I don't know if they have to be re-downloaded and reformatted, but this just won't play. But I did get, I got my final record-breaking attempt, so I got all the lifts that I could in there. We did really well, man. It was a hell of a send-off. This is the first time ever since I've been competing where I placed first in the open division and first in Masters. And I actually had, I'll have to double check, but I had close, if not the best meet total, I might have been really close. I'm really up there. I don't think anybody had my total. There was some people that had better lifts than me, individual lifts, but my combined 3 lifts, I think I had the best score. Now, I did not win best lifter. There was this kid who weighed, I swear to God, 145 pounds, and his dot score was like 480. So he edged me out, and I was like, this mother, you could get, really? Some little light kid who picked up 600 pounds, like 4 times his body weight, and he's 5'3". Like, I can't compete with that. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I easily outlifted him across the board, but I mean, I guess the way the dot score works, when you're light like that, well, you know how it is. It's weight classes, man. What are you gonna do? Right now that I'm done chit-chatting and warming up, here we go into squats. This is really awesome. Like, you know, when I'm training and I'm projecting numbers, and I'm getting 630 pounds, 640 pounds in the garage, I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna really kill at this competition. But I did go for, I think a 620, 625 squat that I bombed. My 4th attempt, but my 3rd attempt was 608, which is 8 pounds higher than the current state record. So I broke the state record, which I believe I held anyways. But what I was really trying for was I needed a 475 point dot score to be added to the All-Stars team. Now, something I didn't realize, and I think the USPA made a mistake when they sent me the email, because I went back to look at the All-Stars thing, you know, just to see what it was all about. And if I'm reading it correctly, I think it's only tested lifters. I don't think I qualified. So even though I think I got the dot score I needed to make the cut to actually be added to the All-Stars team, so I got it. I don't think I can be added because I'm not a natural lifter. So I'm going to have to go back and look at that again. Maybe I read it wrong. I just haven't had the time. I just got off work. I wanted to get this video up for anybody that's interested. Steve and it was really awesome. The last meet, Worlds. Let me tell you something. I got told you don't need a cameraman. You should just know what you're doing. You should just have your lifts down. You don't need anyone to make adjustments. You either have it or you don't. Steve and working together, filming each other, watching each other lift, we were able to help each other make adjustments. You see little things wrong, like you're not hitting depth, or you're coming up on one side, or you're leaning forward, or you're pancaking. When you have film, you can see what you're doing, you can make adjustments, and we were able to help each other. And both of us had the best meets of our lives. I'm going to turn 50 this year, and I'm still PRing. He is coming back after, what, 2, 3, 4 years off? I don't even know how long they took off. And his total was in the 1,500 pounds. That's incredible. You just coming off the bench like that, train for 6 months, get a high 1,500s total. I mean, we were neck and neck. We were really pushing each other. We were right there on squat. He beat me on bench. I got him on deadlift. That's, yeah, what are you going to do? The old man had to show him up. I couldn't let him just beat me like that. But it was fun. It was really fun having someone to directly compete with and push each other. And that's kind of how we do it, man. All those lifters, we just all help each other. It was great. It was a great atmosphere. I love being at home because I can walk up to one of 100 people and just, hey, can you film me real quick? And everybody's got your back. It's a good time. I had way, way, way more fun at this competition than I had at Worlds, where I didn't know anybody and I was stranded in the middle of nowhere. It sucked. This was awesome. Home field advantage. Here's that 620-pound squat. Man, you know what? I had it. I really did. When I was coming up, I don't know what I did wrong, but I came out of the groove and I took a step, and the spotters, awesome spotting crew, they just came right in and grabbed it from me. You know, always stay with the weight. The big thing, if you're lifting and you bomb a lift, stay with the weight. Help those guys put it back in the rack. There's a lot of lifters that'll just totally bail, and then you just leave those spotters hanging, and it could really injure somebody. But this was an awesome crew. I love these guys. I've been working with them at every local meet here in Vegas. Good to go. I'm glad to see them. I always feel like they got my back. Something about when you have good spotters, it just kind of frees you to really just focus on the lift. You don't really have to worry about anything because they're going to bail you out, you know? As long as you do your part, stay with it. Now here we're just warming up for bench. I tried to get a little footage of everything. You know, the beauty of having somebody to work out directly with, especially when they're reasonably close to you in weight, one, you don't have to strip the bar 100 times to do warm-ups. You can just kind of go with each other. But two, you can really make real micro adjustments. You can tell if your butt's coming off the bench. You can see if you need to change your foot placement. Tell if you got good leg drive. Look like you're coming out of the groove. Any little last-minute minor adjustments you might make because you might be a little nervous, and you know it's game day. Like, you know, a lot of things. There's a lot of variables to take into consideration. It's just awesome to have somebody to be there with you, and like you really can't go wrong. It's I don't know how to. It's so night and day from the experience that I had in Oregon, where I just didn't have anybody. I mean, yeah, Vassal was there and he was helping me out, but you know, he was nursing an injury and he was kind of wrapped up in his own thing, and he just didn't have the time. And not to mention, we were in the same flight, so it's not like he's going to be able to film me. So, you know, it kind of sucked. I felt very unsupported in that Oregon meet, like from a coaching standpoint. You know, I just didn't have anybody there to kind of be in my corner. But this was great. I had a blast. I felt like a 12-year-old. I was having so much fun. I can't remember the last time I had this much fun. It was just one of those days where nothing could go wrong, you know? Life's rough, people. It throws you some, you know what I mean? But every once in a while, you can just get some real joy out of it. And that's what the competing's all about. It's just a good time. It's like a big family. How could you give that up? I don't know if I'm going to, you know, I told everybody I'm going to take a break, which I am. I totally am going to take a break from, you know, training. I got to let the body heal up. There's a lot of things I want to do. But I don't see myself ever getting to the point where I'm not involved in the sport in some capacity, whether it's refereeing, announcing, just, you know, running the state chair, doing something. So I'll definitely coaching. I met a couple guys and they want to start training with me. Older dudes too, masters lifters that just want to kind of up their game a little bit. We exchange information. We're going to start coming over to the house. It's a beautiful thing, man. Every meet I go to, I meet somebody and I wind up being friends with them for a really long time. You just meet lifelong friends at things like this because you're surrounded with, like-minded individuals who are aligned similarly. Online YouTube, a lot of people don't understand the sport of powerlifting, and they kind of, they see what we do, and you see the comments. People have their little opinions. When you're in a meet, everybody's there, same purpose. It's just like, we get it, you know what I mean? And that's what I love about it. I think that's what I really missed, was the fellowship. I've been training alone. I've been doing the YouTube thing, and it's been cool. I love all you guys. I love talking to you guys. It's awesome. The comment section kind of keeps me going. But there's no substitute for real life fellowship, the real experience. That's what it's all about for me. Here's my second attempt. I think it's around 380 pounds. So I didn't beat my record. Like on record, I have a 385 point something. So I wasn't able to beat that because I didn't get my fourth attempt, or my third attempt rather. My third attempt, I would have beat my record, but my ass came off the bench, and I was grinding it, so they just took the weight. What are you gonna do? It was the only lift I had all meet where I didn't get 3 white lights. So with the exception of that one lift, I had a perfect competition. I had 2 failed fourth attempts, but those just count for records anyways. They're not really considered, they don't count towards the meet total. So if you're breaking a record, you can do a fourth attempt as long as you got your third, and you have to be beating the record. You have to be, you can't, I don't know if you could set them, but you have to be beating them. It's just sort of like, they just work towards the record. It doesn't count to your meet total, so really you can't, it's just sort of like extra credit homework, you know what I mean? You got an A+ on the test. Well, in this case, it'd be an A. I missed one lift. Would it be an A or an A-? I don't know. I failed my extra credit homework. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you gonna? No big deal. Now, this is the good deadlift attempt. This was a 308 kilo lift, and I got the attempt, and it was good. Broke the state record, so I set my own record again. Awesome. I had 2 other deadlift videos, but for whatever reason, every time I'm trying to compile them in this video software, they just freeze the software up. There's something wrong with the videos. So, unfortunately, this is the only one I was able to get in, post. I'll work on that later, see if I can get it. End of the day, thoughts. I feel sad, happy, elated, best meet I ever had. Still wasn't perfect. A couple missed. No big deal. But kind of sad because I feel like, I don't know, like there's a chapter of my life that's closing. This is the last meet that's going to be available for me to compete at before I turn 50. And once I turn 50, it's all new records, a whole new classification. I could still cross-enter and compete in the open, but it's like I'm on to that next step. And, I told my wife that I was going to take a break for a while. And I just need to heal. My body's beat up. I was competing back to back to back to back. There's even guys my age were like, dude, you're just going at it. The meets just kept coming. My numbers kept going up. They're still going up. I PR'd at this meet. And like, dude, would you quit? Body's telling me, quit. I don't know about quit, but definitely pause. Absolutely. And on one hand, it's really sad. It's like a bummer. I don't want to stop. But on the other hand, I'm excited because now I can focus on other things that I've been wanting to really give my attention to. Like, I want to start training boxing, kickboxing, that kind of thing. Like, I've already got some contacts. There's a gym in town I'm going to start going to. I'm going to start training with guys. And I'm really excited about that because, I want to see how good I can get at that. And I want to spend some time with my family. I've got about $1,000 worth of Warhammer figurines I need to paint. I could start a second channel on that. Holy crap. There's just a lot of other things. I have a lot of other interests, and I haven't really been able to give it much of my time because I've been so dedicated to this. And it's a very selfish endeavor. If it wasn't for my family, having my back and really suffering me and all of the things that come with it, it's time to give back to them. And that's kind of what I want to do. I really want to focus on other stuff. So, where's my channel going to go? What direction? Well, I'm never going to give lifting up. Are you kidding me? What are we talking about here? But I can't wait to see what the next chapter is going to be, like where I go with it. What am I going to do next? I don't know. But I hope you stick with me and stay tuned for it. I love you guys. Thank you for everything. Special thanks to Prophet Fear and Rockman. You guys did this. You guys are the reason why I have a mid 1600 total. I would not have it without you. 100%. I don't care what anybody on the internet says. Prophet Fear fixed my squat. I've never, ever gone 3 for 3 all white lights since ever. Not one competition. So you did that. And Rockman, you pushed me, man. You pushed me hard. And I hope I pushed you too a little bit. I know we were sort of competing neck and neck. Angela, Steve, I love you guys. My baby, Christina. I don't know where I'd be without you. But until next time, I will see you guys on the battlefield.